Well, I am Henry, and I'm assisting my parents with their business. We sell tires, and we also have a small hotel inside. So it's a pleasure to be here. I graduated with a BA in Political Studies from Northwest University in Portland, but then that was in 2011. I had a chance to really utilize it, and I've had those desires, but for me, ministry is relying on God and also the community that we're in. So I just waited patiently, and when just being faithful wherever I'm stationed. And by the way, for those of you that are new, we all started from the bottom here at Entrepreneur Ministry, and that just shows like the priority of our church is definitely character above competency. So we can be very, very competent, and many of you may be even better than I am in interpreting, but that is not the main priority here. The Lord can use even those from the very back or from the very bottom and push them forward. Like you can see a few examples even in here, like Chris. Do you know his story? He during the interview, Koari was shocked that he could, pass. He was accepted as an interpreter. And there are a few other examples, but anyway, I'm glad to be able to to tutor or instruct in this class alongside Kodedi. He's not here, and he'll be here next week. I won't be able to. He may have a different teaching style than I am, but we're gonna get into it. Basic general expectations of the class. Introduction. Purpose of the class is to learn the stories. So we're gonna learn about stories. We're gonna learn about the people of the Old Testament. We're gonna learn about vocabularies because this class is designed to also assist us in our proof, and especially if we're gonna be driving towards sermon or even the non-sermon level, sometimes during tithing or whatever. I believe this is gonna help in our vocabulary and key ideas of the Old Testament with hope of growing in the knowledge of the Old Testament. And not only that, and also to apply it to our weekly, assignments in entrepreneur ministry, and also our daily context. I believe when we study and learn more of the glimpse of what God did with His people in the Old Testament, there's a lot of things that we can learn from there. Amen.
Amen.
And so, straight to the point, grading. There's the second point there. 30% of this class is going to be based on our weekly vocab and Bible essay that we're about to have. So, since Kodeli informed you that we're going to have a quiz, right? Yes, we all got the memo and online. We're going to be doing a little bit of a quiz. We're gonna put you into pairs, so Ime, just stay for that. And you can go. So I'm not gonna check on your attendance per se, but the weekly vocab essay and quiz is gonna affect your grade. So in a way, if you're not gonna show up, you're gonna miss the score there, right? So that's just automatic. 30% is going to be based on our weekly homework video and comments. So this is a homework that is going to be pretty new this semester. I'm going to explain it down on number 2, but 20% midterm, 20% final term. So before we get into the quiz, I guess I should explain the homework video first. So we will have readings. Like a lot of readings, right? What it used to be that you ought to read, like for next week, from Genesis 12 to 50, which to me is kind of like, yeah. I mean, if you guys are that hungry and desperate, and by all means go get it, or even just audio Bible, that works too. But I'm not gonna be like. It's difficult to measure how, etc. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna assign a few blocks, of stories of the reading that we're gonna do, and paper. I'm gonna assign it. You're gonna choose. First come, first serve, obviously. And then number 2, you're gonna record 2 to 3 minutes video on line notes. It's pretty easy. It's very simple. If you don't understand, just ask me. Done it many times in our previous class before, right? And they all have to contain these 4 points. 2 or 3 minutes, gonna be pretty short. You know, we'll get in there. What's going on in the passage is number 1, right? So when after you read it, you have to be able to describe what's going on. You know, if you can't even describe what's going on, then how can we even infer from it? You know. Number 2, what did you learn about God in the story? And number 3, what did you learn about the people in the story? And number 4, what can you learn from it? And what we would love to see is not like the subjective personal experience, though as great as it may be, but more of the objective nature, the timeless, universal, and provable principle. We're going to talk more about that as I go into my lecture too. Number 3, this is another important component of this homework, is you need to comment everyone else's video with the following. You know, there are 5 options to choose from. So 3 mispronunciations and the corrections, 3 verbal grammatical errors, except filler words. Can anyone explain or give example filler words? Those you don't need to comment on those, right? So just major ones, errors, and provide the corrections, or theological or interpretation error, and how it should be understood and applied. You know, so if you think like your friend is saying something that's really weird, and believe me, there are some things that are really, really weird or off, please make a note and comment. And here, please don't take it personally, alright? So we don't take things personally. If you have comments for me, by all means, please come, you know, and approach. I'm free. I'm approachable, you know, either by line or, you know, email notes using my CG. Or anything interesting or significant that you want to add to the message. So, Jove post a video, and you all need to comment on them, alright? That's pretty clear.
So it's about like 9 blocks. So each block is like 3 to 4 minutes. So
what do you mean?
Choose one.
Oh, just choose one more.
No. 2 comments. Everyone, you
everyone else.
Yes, you gotta comment.
So it's about
8 comments. Dude, it's pretty. It's gonna be sticking easy if you just do it. Sit down, read the book, you know, and really pray and study and write down these 4 things. You know, just answer these questions. I think it's gonna be pretty straightforward, and it shouldn't take you more than an hour, actually, for that part. And then to comment also, it's like 2 to 3 minutes. I'm not asking you to give a whole speech about it, you know what I'm saying? So calm down. This is very doable. And guess what? More than you all can ever do, like we the instructors, we'll have to do more. So yeah, at the end of the day, you won't be doing the most jobs. We're gonna be doing the most jobs. We're all volunteers here, so you know what I'm saying? We're gonna use that card. Yeah. And hard questions. So you don't have to perhaps post comment, but if you find that through the sharing you have more questions, by all means then ask those questions. It doesn't have to be one, it can be multiple. But don't ask questions like that are not related at all. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
They're not related at all to what your friend is saying. You know what I mean? You gotta connect with the video somehow, right? And the goal for this is to try to engage with one another, right? So we engage with the text, we also engage with one another. And the video itself is due before 6 a.m. Saturday.
I thought it was a typo. 6 a.m.
6 a.m.
Seriously.
Yes, 6 a.m. Saturday, so that gives about 2 days for the rest of the group to watch and comment.
You sure it's not p.m.?
No, 6 a.m.
in the morning.
6 a.m. on Monday. I mean, you can, and again, there is no, what I try to encourage is discussion, understanding. So even if you're late, gosh darn it, it's past 6 a.m. But you still want to comment, by all means. You still want to ask question, just shoot it over there.
If we get up late on Saturday, like for
You
example,
should do it before. Or maybe I just put 6 a.m. Maybe you're like doing it at like 2 a.m. or something. Some people are like really late. You know.
I just got my inspiration in the morning.
Yeah.
This
But
is
you
just
can
a
do it at night,
kidding,
man.
kidding,
You know what I'm saying?
kidding.
It's a lot. So 2 days to comment, that should be enough to listen to comment. And I would hope that you would post even before Saturday, Thursday. I'll post tonight, blocks tonight. You all can get into it. You know, it's not going to be long as long as you sit down and really get into
So
it.
it's gonna be assignment to each one of us, or should we pick?
First come, first
So
serve.
it's first come, first
Yes, yes, that's for the topics. Yes, just I will put a note and you just comment. Yeah, it'll be first come, first serve basis, right?
So we have to reply to the comments as well.
Yes, and the reply to the videos too.
Mm.
So 2 to 3 minutes video, and that's not really long. And I can share with you some
Like if
examples.
someone's comment on our video, so we have to monitor.
Have to answer it.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be very nice. If someone's asking you a question, would you just ignore them? If they like, especially if they answer their name. I mean, in this setting, it would be nice to reply to it. There's not.
And we should post a
there-
video for that reply as well.
Huh? If you want to. So it's like, yeah, you hate me, right? Am I wrong? If you want to.
Yeah, no, don't.
If you want to, that's fine too. So that's the general rule of the class. Any questions so far?
So
General expectations?
Are we going to create a live group for?
We are already in the line. Are you not in the line group, Lisa? Seriously? I think yeah. If you're not, just let me know. I'll put you in.
OT. Bible.